All right, definitely a recipe that I'd be willing to try. Looks pretty good.
We got to be honest. We were just taken by Will's heart-shaped cake here. We weren't paying too much attention to that recipe because
It was hard to compete between those two.
Look at that. Those biscuits do look good though. But this is this week's winner as far as the Mr. Food recipes. It's the what? The double
chocolate layer
Okay.
cake. I'll help you out with that because I've been thinking about this all
I don't know if you get any
week.
sense of depth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How all that cake is.
How many layers are there?
Yeah.
It's 2.
Okay.
It's 2. They're
Double?
just
Hence the double.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But
Walk
that's
us
a
through-
good 5 or 6 inches. It looks like.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And yes, I guarantee you it's a heart. I will say the heart cake pan was easier to find than heart-shaped cookie cutters in case the biscuits had made it. But,
Okay.
yeah, so this is a pretty straightforward cake recipe. To Mr. Food's credit, he uses cocoa powder instead of solid chocolate because it actually makes the cake a little moister. The one thing about cocoa powder, so I had Dutch process lying around, which I could get into Conrad van Houten, who invented it and all that. But all I'm going to say is normal cocoa powder is very, very acidic. It's got like a 4.9 pH. And,
Good. You were about to lose me there, but I'm glad you
yeah.
clarified that.
Exactly. So Dutch process has a pH of 7, meaning it's very neutral. So if you use Dutch process like I did, remove the baking soda and just go all baking powder.
I'm still lost.
Otherwise the cake will.
That sounds amazing.
I just remember pH was 7 being neutral. Beyond that, I don't have any idea what he said.
All right, let me say this real quick. I know before you jump back in, there's so many sweets in the newsroom. I've been waiting. I haven't touched them because I've been so excited for this. And
Well,
it
thank
looks
you, Ben.
like it's absolutely delicious.
And
Oh,
it smells good too.
Turned out pretty well, I would say. And it's got a very nice aroma.
And what else do we have on the plates here?
Yeah, so every Valentine's Day I make a batch of truffles. So I just kind of decided, even though the truffles didn't win, I'd include them. I've got some covered in cocoa powder, some in salt, and some in chopped up peanuts. Wow. And it's really just melted
Hopefully we can
chocolate
get
with heavy cream.
a shot of the truffles there. Well, maybe we take a
I'm
a
already
little
eating,
bite.
guys. I'm sorry. It is.
Okay, what do
really
you think
good.
of the cake, Ben?
I think it's delicious. Will made the frosting and everything, and man, it has the nice thing about the frosting is it's not like it's too much chocolate. It has a different kind of flavor, so to speak, than the cake does.
Yeah, so that's a combination of using the Dutch process, which is more mild. I also, Mr. Food does not do this, but he uses boiling water in both of them. I mixed that with the cocoa powder beforehand to kind of bloom it or brew it like you would coffee, and that helps make it taste more chocolatey, but it's not an overpowering punch of chocolate.
Mike, what do you think?
And you know I'm not a big chocolate guy,
Yeah.
but this
Right.
is delicious. This is good stuff.
Right?
at
Mike
that.
and I should
That
not have
is
worn
the
white
seal
shirts
of
today.
approval right
Yeah,
there.
we're trying to eat over the table as
I know,
much as
huh?
possible.
Well, you've done it again. We appreciate you. How can we follow some of your social media?
Actually, thank you for tossing me that. Wandering Chef WCTV. So this week we've got a Valentine's Day dinner for 2, which if you're like me and don't have a Valentine this year, still a nice dinner for 1. And actually, if you go watch it right now, you can probably get dinner on the table by 7 o'clock.
Look at
There you
that.
go.
That is the ultimate tease. You're learning things.
Exactly.
That's great. You know?
I do what I can.
Sticking around the newsroom enough. All right. Great job today. We'll be right back.
If it's time to kiss your old car goodbye, then say hello to Warner Kia. Buy a Kia Soul for just $239. That's a purchase, not a lease. And you'll love that it's 0 down payment. Hurry over. We want to see ya in a Warner Kia.